welcome back to Taz's Wig Closet. This is Taz. Today I'm bringing you a look at my 3 heathers. And so this style is heathered by Rene of Paris, and I am going to show you heather in 3 different colors. The first one I'll show you is in the color Creamy Blonde. So this heather is just an amazing cut at an amazing value, and we'll get into that here in just a moment. So this Creamy Blonde is described as being a platinum blonde with some very light gold highlights and platinum tips. And I will say that this is just slightly different in the Rene of Paris fashion line as it is in the Amour wigs. There's just a little bit of difference, and in the Amour styles, this Creamy Blonde seems to be even a bit lighter and brighter. So this is the Creamy Blonde on heather. So where do we begin on this cute little shortcut? The fringe is about 5.5 inches. It's asymmetrical. It has true pixie style in the back. You can get some nice spiky layers. So the wig only weighs just a little over 2 ounces. It's extremely lightweight. The nape is about 2.3, so it does give you some decent coverage. It's very comfortable on. This is a true to average Rene of Paris cap. So sometimes, even though there's a little bit of stretch, sometimes if you have a larger circumference, these might be a little bit too snug for you. But it's just right on me, and it's comfortable for everyday wear. Now this particular heather that I have on now, I've worn many times, and these short wigs just hold up like a champ. I've had some styling product in it as well. So let's talk about the coverage real quick. I would say my biggest complaint with this wig and style is that there isn't the best coverage on the ear tabs. So what you would have to do, and this has been just fine for me because I absolutely love this style, is just take that fringe and slightly move it over those ear tabs to obscure any of your bio hair. My bio hair comes out there at the ear tab quite a bit. And you know, I'm not bothered by it, so I'm not going through my night constantly checking to see if that fringe has swept over my ear tab. To me, it just looks like maybe a bit of a root coming in. This wig has a lot of permatease, and there's a lot of hair. So one thing I love about this is that it's almost windproof for a wefted wig, an open wefted wig. So the fibers are about medium in terms of coarseness and diameter, and I would say pretty thick in terms of density. So they're really obscuring those wefts very nicely. And so even though it's a heavily permatease top, all that density is really doing a nice job of obscuring the permatease. And you really want this permatease to help with your styling. There's so much you can do with this fringe bang. I'll go ahead and do a spin for you. Now a little bit later on, what I will do is I will go outside to give you an outdoor look in the sunshine at all 3 colors. So the colors that I'm going to show you today are the Creamy Blonde, which I have on here, the Creamy Toffee R, and then the Sugar Cane R. So we're going to do a comparison of all 3 of these blonde shades. There's a lot of styling versatility on this wig, as you will see. We'll go through some of that. Now this one, I have used a little bit of contour cream just to bring out that edginess that I love. This attitude in this wig is just amazing. So what I love, I think, the most, and I can't believe I didn't say it right away, that is that I love this lace front. Yes, Heather has a lace front. So it's just beautiful, and I'll linger on it here for a moment so you can see. It's not a very deep lace front, and there's really nothing too special about it, but with all of these off-the-face styling options, it just is absolutely necessary. And it does make this wig what I feel an extremely good value. I bought this wig at sisterwigs.com. And Heather at Sister Wigs has brought on some new pricing for some of the Ateran's products in her store. And so this wig, I believe, was only like $100. I mean, for a lace front, that is amazing value. So we'll take one last look. And I don't know if you can notice it in this lighter color, but there are baby hairs. So even though you're bringing it off the face, you can still keep some hairs flat against the head. It's absolutely flawless. It's so realistic. And also, like I said, the permatease does not come through. I can't sense any, immediate nestiness look. The hairs are thick enough to obscure that, and you'll see even better with some of these rooted colors that I'm going to show you. Hi everybody, so I'm back and I want to show you a different color on Heather. This is Creamy Toffee R. This is one of the most popular blondes in the Noriko Ateran's line. And so the Creamy Toffee blonde is actually R, Creamy Toffee R, is described as being a medium blonde with some rust highlights and also some pale buttery blonde highlights. So there's a lot going on here. They call this a hybrid color. And those are almost always rooted and very dynamic. So everybody has probably seen reviews on Creamy Toffee Blonde, but the highlight pattern can be dispersed differently depending on if you have a short wig or a long wig. And so this highlight pattern with the pale butter blonde is pretty much dispersed evenly throughout the hair. So the brighter light is up here. I've got some natural light coming in through the window. It's very sunny today. So you're going to see those highlights really pop in natural light. So it may appear just a tad brighter than it might appear in artificial lighting. So we have some artificial lighting behind me. And then low lighting out here. So one thing I want to do, and this is a question that I get asked a lot, what is the difference between the Creamy Toffee R and the Sugarcane R? They're very similar colors. All right, I want to do another color comparison for my Heathers. The other day the light was kind of playing tricks on us coming through the window, and it just didn't quite pick up the colors like I was hoping it would. So I'm going to do a little bit of a do-over for this color segment. All right, so what I'm wearing is the Creamy Toffee in the Heather style, and I want to do a comparison with the Sugarcane R. So this is Creamy Toffee R, and this is Sugarcane R, both hybrid colors, which means they're rooted and have layers and very dynamic color codes. So let's look at some of the similarities and differences. So the Creamy Toffee is described as being a medium blonde with some rust highlights and some light butter blonde highlights all mixed in there. The overall effect is like a rooted light blonde color. And then the sugarcane R is described as being a medium honey blonde with some French vanilla highlights, which I think they're a bit golder and a bit darker than the butter blonde highlights described in the creamy toffee R. And then there's supposed to be some auburn lowlights in here as well. So a lot going on both of these colors. And I get this question a lot, like what's the difference between the two? They look so very similar in their coating and things like that. So let's take a look here side by side. So both of these, although they have either auburn or rust as a part of their colors, I really don't see that either one of them are pulling auburn or red in any way. I just think that those colors just give it more dimension and dynamics. Both of these are firmly very blonde shades. So you can see that the creamy toffee R is much lighter and brighter. The light really picks up on those butter blonde highlights. I think the creamy toffee R is a little bit more neutral in tone, and the sugarcane R might be a tad warmer in overall tone. So the rooting appears to look about the same. They're both beautiful colors. I think I lean towards the sugarcane. It just picks up something in my skin tone that I think looks very flattering. But I do like both of them very well. And hopefully this answers some questions about the two. We are in the creamy blonde, which is a very pale light blonde, just beautiful. And then in bright sun. So I'm outdoors in my sugarcane R on the heather style, and I want to show you what it looks like in natural light. So it's fairly early in the morning. I'm under a tree right now over the patio, and it's in the shade. So let's go ahead and move into full sunshine. You can see that those highlights just really glisten. It's a very beautiful medium blonde. So this time I am in the creamy toffee R, a little bit brighter and lighter than the sugarcane R. So I will move into the sun to show you these beautiful buttery blonde highlights.